Hi, I'm Diantha Ysabel de Albaño. I have a passion for art and literature, and my role here is a researcher.
Hi, I am Jennifer Echavari. My hobbies are making arts and filming videos. I am one of the researchers in the group.
Hi, I'm Sarah Español, a music pastor, and I'm one of the scriptwriter for this project.
Good day, my name is Denise D. Macalino, the visual aid and video editor of the group.
Hello, I'm Carlo Rueca, and I'm also one of the scriptwriters for this group project.
Hi, I'm Danica Gabriel.
And I am Karylle, presenting for Group 26 for Math 10 Final Project.
Today, we will talk about mathematics education.
And we will spend time focusing on different aspects of mathematics education.
Mathematics, according to our Math 10 module, is an education concerning the practice of teaching and learning mathematics. It is developing a mathematically literate society generally accepted as an important goal. For OHASA 2011, being mathematically literate is having the knowledge and ability to apply basic mathematics in our day-to-day activities. Thus, teaching mathematics is a crucial undertaking to build a mathematically literate citizenry.
Mathematics education is a field that problematizes how mathematics is taught effectively and how mathematics learning takes place. It is a complex theoretical field that looks at how philosophical, psychological, historical, political, socioeconomic, and cultural issues and factors affect the practice of teaching and learning mathematics.
Mathematics education is also a complex theoretical field. Questions about how language, gender, socioeconomic status, and race are active research areas as discussed in Section 1 of this module. The mathematics curriculum, which concerns what mathematical knowledge needs to be taught and how it should be taught, is seen to be a political undertaking, influenced by the current political atmosphere and determined by the prevailing or dominant worldview.
One of the areas to emerge out of this view is critical mathematics education. It critiques mathematics education in two ways. Internally, which is concerned primarily with how mathematics is learned and taught, and externally, which is concerned with the embeddedness of mathematics education and mathematics within historical, cultural, social, and political context and what these imply.
Writing about mathematics education, David Stinson believes teaching mathematics for social justice is both an ethical and moral imperative. He argues that the mathematics classroom is a natural setting, and one of the first places where the problem of injustice in all its forms is tackled.
The connection between mathematics education and democracy and social justice is one of the research questions falling under the rubric of critical mathematics education. How does mathematics education contribute to the achievement of the democratic ideal of society? How can the teaching of mathematics lead to social justice? These questions are particularly relevant to us in the Philippines as we continue to strengthen democracy and social justice 3 decades after martial law and in view of continuing threats to undermine these.
So let us talk about the role of philosophy in mathematics education.
The nature of mathematics has been debated for centuries, with philosophers offering their views on the different facets of this discipline. This debate is important because it influences how mathematics is taught and learned. In the last century, this debate has become the center concern for educators as well. An individual's philosophy of mathematics education shapes their approach to teaching and learning mathematics in the classroom and beyond. For example, if mathematics is viewed through the Platonist tradition as an objective entity waiting to be discovered, schools may simply present the curriculum as a static set of facts, definitions, and algorithms. But if mathematics is seen as a cultural, creative, and empirical activity, then learners are in the position of constructing their own mathematical knowledge, regardless of how different their methodology may be, from the canon of orthodox and classical mathematics.
This paper has reviewed the debate between foundationalism and the quasi-empirical nature of mathematics, and between constructivist and behaviorist proponents on the nature of teaching and learning mathematics. Foundationalism is represented by the logicism, formalism, and intuitionism movements that were very popular in the first half of the last century. These philosophical and psychological stances, acting as micro-beliefs, have in turn influenced the way students, teachers, school and the education system in general have thought about what mathematics is and how it should be taught and learned. It was also argued that educational processes have been largely influenced by foundationalist and behaviorist ideas. Consequently, many teachers may perceive mathematics as a discipline firmly grounded in a world of rules and procedures, and disembodied from personal experiences. Such a view, once translated to the classroom environment, leads the way to a type of instruction that might have little to do with current constructivist-oriented reform principles.
Now about psychological issues and their effects on teaching and learning mathematics.
According to Nassution 2021, psychological factors play a crucial role in the learning of mathematics, with students' responsiveness being strongly influenced by these factors. Intelligence, interests, learning habits, motivation, mathematical anxiety, concentration, self-confidence, and academic stress. A better understanding of these factors can help educators to design effective teaching strategies and support students' learning needs, ensuring they receive a high-quality mathematics education.
To further explain, students with high levels of intelligence have a greater chance of achieving higher learning achievement, while students who have a low level of intelligence are also expected to have low achievement. When students do not have an interest in mathematics, they are more likely to be disinterested to learn and spend time practicing mathematical skills, which can lead to poor performance in mathematics. Students who don't partake in good learning habits such as regular practice, effective time management, and a willingness to seek help when needed can contribute to a student's performance in mathematics and is more likely to have a hard time understanding mathematical concepts.
When students are motivated to learn mathematics, they are more likely to engage in learning activities, persist in the face of difficulties, and achieve better academic results. However, low motivation can result in poor performance and weak learning activities. Fifth, mathematical anxiety can lead to negative thoughts, reduced motivation, and avoidance of mathematical tasks. Students who experience anxiety about mathematics feel that they are unable to study mathematical material and work on math problems. Because of this, they struggle with mathematics, even if they have good mathematical abilities. This leads to avoiding situations where they have to study and do math.
Students who can concentrate on mathematical tasks are more likely to understand mathematical concepts and solve mathematical problems accurately. However, difficulties in concentrations, such as distractibility, can hinder students' mathematical performance. Students with high levels of self-confidence are more likely to persist in the face of difficulties and take on challenging mathematical tasks, leading to better performances in mathematics. High levels of academic stress can affect a student's motivation, concentration, and self-confidence because the student perceives the gap between the mathematical problem and their ability to answer it.
Historical issues and factors that affect mathematics education. In the last 40 years, the study of the connection between the history of mathematics and mathematics education has become an interdisciplinary area of research and practice. This field has matured over the past 2 decades, leading to the need to understand the main issues and concerns related to research and its interdisciplinary nature. Some of the significant themes include exploring the role of history in promoting and developing STEM education,
Innovative teaching methods based on historical sources, and investigating the complex relationships among historical knowledge, teaching objectives, and pedagogical practices. There is also potential for research to investigate methodological connections between mathematics, education, and history, and to develop materials based on original texts.
using history in mathematics education. According to Fauvel, there has been resistance to incorporating history into mathematics education due to concerns about its association with racist ideologies. Additionally, historical perspectives as well as social, moral, spiritual, and cultural contexts are absent from the mathematics national curriculum, despite their inclusion in the science curriculum. The combination of history and mathematics can be seen as dangerous, as history has the potential to be subversive to those in power who wish to control the past. However, there are also practical challenges to incorporating history into mathematics education, such as students' limited historical knowledge and teachers' lack of training in mathematical history. Historians of mathematics also struggle with how reconciling the complexity and subtlety of history with the simplified historical presentations that may be used in classrooms or popular.
Political climate and its effects on mathematics. Politics and mathematics are intertwined. Political conflicts continue to trouble the academic world. It is because mathematics is not a neutral discipline, but is influenced by the political climate in which it is developed and applied. This can be seen in various historical examples, such as the use of mathematics in the development of weapons during World War II, or the use of math to reinforce colonialism and oppression in the Global South. Additionally, politics can influence the funding and direction of math research, as well as the way math is taught in schools. For example, math education may be focused on producing workers for certain industries or may be geared towards preparing students for standardized tests that are used for political purposes.
Issues of equity are also particularly critical in mathematics, because university mathematics courses such as calculus often serves as critical filters, allowing or denying admission to high-paying occupations including medicine and engineering. Since college-level calculus requires years of preparation at the elementary and secondary levels, mathematics teachers are being challenged to find the best ways to work with a diverse population of children. Debates rage over whether or not to group children by ability or whether equality of opportunity or equality of outcome is the more appropriate goal. Finally, mathematicians themselves are not immune to political biases, and the lack of diversity in the field can lead to blind spots in the mathematical research and applications.
Knowing all this, it is not likely that politics will disappear from the field of mathematics in the foreseeable future. Overall, it is important to recognize the political dimensions of mathematics to understand its role in society and to promote more equitable and socially responsible approaches to math education, and research. Interconnection between mathematics performance and socioeconomic status. Mathematics education is a crucial component of any society's education system. However, socioeconomic issues can hinder the quality of mathematics education and limit access to it. One of the primary socioeconomic issues is the lack of adequate funding for mathematics education programs in schools. This lack of funding can result in inadequate resources and materials, leading to poor quality education. Another issue is the lack of qualified teachers. Due to low pay and poor job security, many highly qualified mathematics teachers opt for higher paying jobs in other fields. This results in a shortage of skilled teachers, which in turn affects the quality of education that students receive.
Furthermore, socioeconomic factors such as poverty and lack of access to technology can also impact mathematics education. Students from low-income households may lack access to the technology and resources needed to excel in mathematics. This can cause them to fall behind their peers and struggle to keep up. In conclusion, the socioeconomic issues of facing mathematics education are complex and multifaceted. Improving the quality of mathematics education requires addressing these issues and providing adequate resources and support to students and teachers. By doing so, we can help ensure that all students have access to quality mathematics education, regardless of their socio-economic background.
The cultural issues in mathematics education. Mathematics education has been a topic of concern in various cultures around the world. One cultural issue that has been identified is the lack of diversity and inclusion in mathematics education. Many students from diverse backgrounds, such as students from low-income families, students of colors, and students with disabilities, often face barriers to accessing quality mathematics education.
Additionally, there is a cultural perception that mathematics is difficult and only meant for certain students, leading to a lack of interest and engagement in the subject. This can be compounded by a lack of culturally responsive teaching methods, which fail to take into account the diverse backgrounds and experiences of students. Another issue is the overemphasis on standardized testing, which can narrow the focus of mathematics education and lead to a lack of creativity and critical thinking skills.
To address these issues, It is essential to promote more inclusive and culturally responsive mathematics education that takes into account the diverse needs and experiences of students. This can include promoting more diverse representation in mathematics curriculum and teaching methods, as well as providing support for students from historically marginalized communities to excel in mathematics.
The effects on practice of teaching and learning mathematics. Several factors impact the practice of teaching and learning mathematics. For starters, the degree of competence and teaching style of the instructor may have a considerable influence on students' involvement and understanding. Second, the availability of tools like textbooks, technology, and manipulatives may either help or impede learning. Third, the classroom atmosphere and culture, including both the teachers' and students' attitudes and ideas about mathematics, can have an impact on motivation and accomplishment. Finally, external influences like social expectations and standardized testing can have an impact on how mathematics is taught and learned. To enhance mathematical achievement, educators must examine these characteristics and establish a friendly and inclusive learning environment.